Okay, we've got some great news coming up in this lesson, the upcoming lessons. We're going to talk about the universal language of technical analysis and how you can use it in different situations, different contexts. We're going to talk about some free practice tools that you can use, from paper trading to practice with and backtesting to backtest your ideas. And we'll talk a little bit about trading platforms and exchanges, a little bit upcoming, but then we have a whole big section around cryptocurrency exchanges that you'll want to really get kind of comfortable with and familiar with. And so we have a whole section on that too, but we'll give you a little intro to that coming up. So let's talk a little bit about the universal language of technical analysis and what we really mean by that. And one thing you'll see me do in this course is we'll talk about securities, right? So a security can be things like a stock or a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Ripple or whatever, or the Forex market, where you're trading, currencies like rupees or dollars or euros or pounds. All these things are, for our definition, are securities, and they're really relating to a financial instrument that holds some type of monetary value and that is traded on an exchange, so we can trade these securities. And that's the big idea behind securities and part of that whole universal language. And if we think about language, though, in general, like here's an example of like how to say hello in different languages. As we know, in different languages, how you say words like hello are completely different. Some similar to others, but pretty much are very different. When we look at technical analysis, actually, the words and the concepts and the terms and everything that you're going to learn is universally applicable. So let's look at that, what we mean by that. So for example, these are examples of candlesticks, a whole big section on candlesticks. In fact, they're technically called Japanese candlesticks because they were originally developed in Japan many years ago, I think in the 18th century, for the rice market. But if we look at, let's say, a candlestick from a technical analysis standpoint and how we use pricing, you'll see these pricing candlestick bars. This is the same candlestick bar whether you're trading something in India or Australia or Japan or Mexico or the United States or the United Kingdom or anywhere in the world. How you look at, how you interpret, how you read candlesticks is exactly the same. Exactly the same. So once you learn it, it doesn't matter what country you're from as far as how you would apply it. By the same token, because they're all securities, it doesn't matter what type of security market you're working with. So whether it's cryptocurrency or the stock market or Forex or commodities like trading on pork belly prices or gold or silver and other types of precious metals, how you use, let's say, a concept like candlesticks will be universally applicable. And that's the same for everything you're going to learn in the course. Is if you're learning things like about moving averages or oscillators or other stuff that seems kind of interesting or different, when you learn that, you can apply that to other securities that might interest you now or later. You don't have to use this is only good for cryptocurrency. This can be good for these other markets as well too. So isn't that great that you can use your core knowledge and then expand on that if you like? So for example, if we looked at a price chart here, and you could see that there's candlesticks there, and we've got lines that move through it. These are moving average lines, and we have volume and trading volume along the bottom. You're going to learn all about this stuff real quickly coming up in the next lesson or two. But the idea is that we're going to have indicators that give us ideas of whether to sell or buy these different indicators. And it doesn't matter the time frame, it doesn't matter the language, it doesn't matter the security you're trading at. This chart could be from anything, and the concepts that you learn as far as when to sell and when to buy are universally the same. So that's a great part about the universal knowledge of technical analysis. So as we mentioned, they work no matter the security type or time frame. So you could look at these candlestick patterns here, for example, and you wouldn't know whether this is a cryptocurrency or the stock market or Forex or whatever. They're universally applicable. And if we look in the lower left there, you see where it says there's a trend line that's strong, so that's universally applicable. And there's actually a technique or thing as a pattern, look at what's called a shaven top, where it looks like a candle but it's missing the top wick. This is something that you'll learn about in the course and how it can be applied in all sorts of different situations. Or a shaven bottom on the right side, and dojis, which are kind of fun, which are these small little narrow body candlesticks. We'll learn all about those too. But the main thing you want to take away is that they work no matter what security and what time frame. So with that understanding, let's go ahead and start to learn even more about how we can use this universal language to our advantage as traders. And in particular, as traders in the cryptocurrency market.